皆さん、こんにちは。ローズです。元気ですか？このビデオでは27番の文法を紹介します。でも、その前に26番のレッスンを復習しましょう。Explaining causes, reasons, using んです。For example, 寒いんです。海外に住んでいたんですか？どうして遅れたんですか？電車が遅れたんです。お金がないんですが、明日払ってもいいですか？ Would you please do me the favor of doing something? Using verb in that form followed by いただけませんか? For example, やり方がわからないんですが、教えていただけませんか？出す前に見ていただけませんか？そちらで電話を忘れましたが、探していただけませんか？ WH questions shall I? Using verb たらいいですか？ For example, どこで食べたらいいですか？何を買ったらいいですか？どうしたらいいですか？ Replacing particle が with topic particle は subject followed by the what particle and then the information. For example, 果物は好きじゃない。スポーツは上手じゃないんです。テストはあります。はい、大丈夫ですか？それでは27番の文法を勉強しましょう。Here are the grammar points for this lesson. In this lesson, we will learn about potential verbs, or verbs expressing the ability to do something, or in English, can or be able to. To change a regular verb to potential verb, for group 1 verbs, just change the I syllable into E syllable. For example, 書きます, which means to write. Change the ki syllable to ke, so it becomes 書けます, be able to write or can write. For plain potential verb, we change it to 書ける, so the mas becomes る. 書ける, 書きます, 書けます, 書ける. Another example is 買います or to buy something. So change the I to E. 買えます、買える. Another example is 読みます or to read. 読めます、読める. For group 2 verbs such as 食べます and 立てます, we just add られ before the mas. 食べられます、食べられます. For plain potential form, 食べられる. 立てます means to build something. 立てられます、立てられます. For plain, 立てられる、立てられる. And for group 3, which consists of 来ます and します, we change the words into a different word. 来ます becomes 来られます、来られます. For plain form, 来られる、来られる. For します or to do something, it becomes できます、できます. And for plain form, できる、できる. Potential verb sentences particles. So usually, the objects or the subject of a transitive verb is marked with the particle o. However, if we use the potential verb, we use particle ga to mark the object or the subject of the sentence. However, if the particle is ni or e, it stays the same. So normally, when we have a sentence like, I speak English, 私は英語を話します. So here we are using the particle o. However, when we use potential verbs, for example, I can speak English. I can speak English. So the particle changes to ga. 私は英語が話せます. So 話 becomes 話せ and the o particle becomes ga. 私は英語が話せます. I can speak English. Another example, can you go to the airport alone? Can you go to the airport alone? 一人で空港へ行けますか? 一人で空港へ行けますか? So our verb is 行きます. So it becomes 行けます. Can you go? 行けますか? So as you can see, when the particle is e, it remains the same. So we don't change it to ga. Only if we use the particle o that it changes to ga. But for ni and e particle, they stay the same. Last example, can you wake up at 6 tomorrow morning? 明日6時に wake up or 起きます. So can you wake up? 起きられますか? 起きられますか? So 起きます is group 2 verb. So we add られ. 起きられますか? 明日6時に so the particle stays the same. 起きられますか? 明日6時に起きられますか? Next is potential verb sentences uses. So there are two uses for potential verbs. The first is to express a person's ability to do something. Kara can read Hangul. Kara-san wa Hangul ga yomemasu. So the verb is read or yomimasu. So can read becomes yomemasu. Kara-san wa Hangul ga yomemasu. Another use of potential verbs is to express the possibility of an action in a certain situation. For example, can I still change my order? Can I still change my order? So our verb is change, 変えます. 注文がまだ変えられますか? 注文がまだ変えられますか? So 変えます is group 2 verb. So it becomes 変えられます. 注文がまだ変えられますか? Next are the words 見えます and 聞こえます. See and hear. First, let's review the verb 見ます, which means to look, see, or watch, and the verb 聞きます, which means to listen. The potential form of the verb 見ます is 見られます, to be able to see. And the potential verb of 聞きます is 聞けます, be able to listen. Now, we will learn about the verbs 見えます and 聞こえます. So the difference between 見られます and 見えます is that 見られます is voluntary. So the person is actually doing the action, while 見えます is involuntary or unintentional. It's the same with 聞けます and 聞こえます. Again, 聞けます is voluntary. The person is doing the action, while the verb 聞こえます, it's involuntary or it's beyond the control of the person. Let's take a look at some examples. You can watch the movie starting tomorrow. So our verb is to watch or can watch. 明日からその映画が見られます. So from 見ます it becomes 見られます. Can watch. So this is a potential verb. However, if we say Mount Fuji can be seen from this town, so we use この町から富士山が見えます。見えます。So we use the involuntary verb for see, which is 見えます because the action is involuntary. この町から富士山が見えます。Next is for 聞きます or to listen. You can listen to the explanation using this audio guide. オーディオガイドで説明が聞けます。So 聞きます to listen. Can listen becomes 聞けます。オーディオガイドで説明が聞けます。However, if we use the 聞こえます or to hear, strange sound can be heard from that room. Strange sound can be heard from that room. So this is involuntary. あの部屋から不思議な音が聞こえます。あの部屋から不思議な音が聞こえます。So again, this is involuntary. Next is できます。We first learned about the word できます in lesson 18, which means to be able to or can. Here we will learn another meaning of できます, which are come into being, come up, be completed, be finished, or be made. For example, a new mall has been completed near my school. 学校の近くに新しいモールができました。学校の近くに新しいモールができました。Another example is dinner is ready. 晩ご飯ができました。晩ご飯ができました。Next is the particle は which follows other particles. We have learned that the は particle is used to highlight or emphasize the noun as a topic. Sometimes it also replaces particle ga and o, which we've learned in lesson 10, 17, and 26. However, if the particle is de, ni, or e, and so on, we don't remove the particle but we add wa after them. For example, dewa, niwa, ewa, and so on. For example, in the room, there is a TV. 部屋にはテレビがあります。部屋にはテレビがあります。So here, the particle ni is followed by particle wa to highlight the room. So it says that in the room, there is a TV. However, when you say 部屋にテレビがあります, there is a TV in the room. The focus is on the TV. Another example, at the store, you can buy Japanese wine. 店では酒が買えます。店では酒が買えます。From this building, fireworks can be seen. From this building, fireworks can be seen. このビルからは花火が見えます。このビルからは花火が見えます。Next is particle も meaning also. We first learned about the も particle in lesson 1, wherein it replaces particle は. It can also replace particle お and が. For example, I ate salad. I also ate a cake. サラダを食べました。ケーキも食べました。So here, お is replaced by も。Mr. Shimizu can speak English. He can also speak Chinese. 清水さんは英語が話せます。中国も話せます。So が is replaced with も。 In the room, there is a TV. Also in the living room, there is a TV. 部屋にはテレビがあります。リビングルームにもテレビがあります。部屋にはテレビがあります。リビングルームにもテレビがあります。And last is the word しか meaning only, just or nothing but. It's the same as the word だけ from lesson 11, but the difference is that it's always used with a negative sentence, while だけ is used with a positive sentence. It replaces the particle が and お, but comes after particles such as に or で, にしか or でしか. For example, I have nothing but just one copy. コピーは一つしかありません。コピーは一つしかありません。So, しか is followed by a negative verb, which is ありません。But, if you use だけ, I only have one copy. コピーは一つだけあります。コピーは一つだけあります。So, here it's a positive verb. So, the しか use the negative verb. だけ uses the positive verb. Another example, I won't buy it for anyone but only her or but her. 彼女にしか買ってあげない。彼女にしか買ってあげない。So here we have a negative verb, 買ってあげない、あげません。But for だけ、I'll buy it only for her. 彼女だけに買ってあげる。彼女だけに買ってあげる。So here we uses the positive form, あげます or あげる。以上です。皆さん、今日ありがとうございました。もし質問かコメントがあったら、下に書いてください。このビデオは、Like ボタンと Subscribe ボタンをクリックしてくださいね。よろしくお願いします。じゃあ、またね。I'll see you in the next one. Bye!